Welcome back, y'all. It is 6:15 on your Thursday. It's a big weekend here celebrating the life and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. And that includes the Dreams in Harmony event. It's taking place this Sunday in Biloxi. WLOX's very own Brandy McGill will be one of the panelists at the event. And joining us this morning, we got Jonathan August. He's the executive board member of the Legacy Business League, and he's joining us to tell us all about what's happening this Sunday. So let's start off. So it's Dreams in Harmony. It's an event happening this Sunday. It's at the Biloxi Civic Center. All right, take it away. What is what is like the meat and potatoes of what's going on?
So it's really going to be a time when you think about Dr. King's legacy. So many times people talk about his speech, "I have a dream," right? And so we think about that's where we took the name from, but then it's thinking about in 2025, how can we continue to keep the dream alive? And so much it's about celebrating culture, it's about celebrating community, and then bringing people together to say, how do we continue to move the mission of Dr. King forward?
And I'm assuming a lot of ideas are going to be passed around, like where are we at today? What do we need to improve upon? What are some things that people are talking? What's the vibe for 2025?
Absolutely, and also different communities, generations. And so one of the things we did this year that's been different in past years is we intentionally want to make sure that all of the participants were representative of the community as well as different generations. So I think you'll see some people from different walks of life, different stories, and as they share their perspective and how they're keeping the dream alive or carrying the mission forward, I think it'll be a great time.
Oh, wow. That sounds good. And so Brandy's going to be there. She's one of our anchors. Yep. So she's in her 20s. And so I'm guessing her experiences are different than somebody who's in their 50s or 60s.
Exactly. And what they see as their part in carrying the mission forward. Exactly. So definitely.
So, okay, let's get to the bulk of logistics. Time. It's at the Biloxi Civic Center. What time does it start?
It starts at 3 o'clock, and it will probably run until about 6 just because of the program. So you'll have different panelists, different presenters, speakers, as well as live music and dance. Okay,
and I'm loving that part. Anytime you get me with music, you get me with dance, it sounds like it's going to be a great time. What is the thing that you are most looking forward to for yourself?
I think being in the room, to your point, with some 22 to 25-year-olds who are just really passionate about what they're doing and getting a time to kind of look in the mirror and say, how am I carrying forward the mission as myself?
Okay, yeah, because for you, I would say, like, what are some of the big changes that you've seen over the course of your lifetime?
Oh, man. I mean, well, technology probably, right? And how we communicate. I'm old enough to remember pre-cell phone and communicating that if you just were traveling, you just had to wait till you got there. And now having information at the tip of your fingers, but also the responsibility of that information and access to the world to be your fingers. So I think that's one of the big changes I've seen. And to your point, being able to make sure that we're bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap, okay. Well, there's going to be a lot of events going on in Biloxi for MLK Day. I know there's some things happening on Saturday as well. Do you want to talk about that briefly?
Yeah, so we actually have a resource expo at the same site that starts at 9 o'clock, and that's going to be, we have, I believe, over 150 resource partners in the community where pretty much if you need access to anything, information about anything from healthcare to finance to legal to food resource, we've got partners in the community that are offering free advice and free resources.
All right, so lots of stuff going on in Biloxi this weekend, celebrating MLK Day. Dream in Harmony is happening on Sunday. You have the Resource Fair going on Saturday. Biloxi Civic Center, a lot going on. So if you're interested in going out, maybe meeting some people, kind of hobnobbing, you know, getting some inspiration, that's the place to be.
Just a time to come out and feel great about where we are and think about where we're going as a community.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on GMM. Have fun this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more Good Morning Mississippi.